Good morning. I'm sorry I can't be there today. The first one I've missed in 8 years, but unfortunately my work schedule won't allow me to be there. I want to tell you that the state of Georgia is very, very good. Pre-COVID, we were the fourth fastest growing state in America. Unemployment rate of 3.6%, which is the lowest in decades. Post-COVID, we are having record-setting investments in job and economic development projects. Right now, we're at a record low unemployment of 3.1%. Our projects are up 46% this year. Jobs are up 5% above the record. $11 billion in new investments last year, $2 billion in foreign investments in South Korea, Germany, Switzerland. And the great news is that 74% of that investment is outside of Atlanta. Last year, we added over 200,000 jobs outside of Atlanta. We added 20,000 jobs last month alone. Post-COVID, Georgia is the fifth lowest jobs lost during COVID, and we're the fifth best jobs regained post-COVID. And of course, for the ninth year in a row, Georgia is the best state in the nation to do business in. Our education has never been better in Georgia. 20 years ago I moved here, we were numbered last on the SAT. Now we're above the nation, the SAT and the ACT for 4 years in a row. Our graduation rate has never been higher, 82%. We have the 13th best in the nation in advanced college advanced placement scores. We're the 13th best in the nation in K-12 scores, the NAEP. Of course, the Hope Scholarship still remains one of the best scholarships in America, and the Hope Grant has a 99% job placement rate for technical courses, which we pay free. If you want to get a technical degree, we have the Hope Grant, which will pay the whole thing. I'm also, very, very proud that Georgia, 53% of the budget goes to our 2.1 million children, and I think we're doing a really great job on that. I want to talk a little bit about the census. Georgia grew about 10.6% last year. We grew from 9.6 million to about 10.7 million in 10 years. We added about 2.7 million since 2000, almost 25% increase. So over the last 20 years, we've increased by a quarter, which makes us now the eighth largest state in America. A couple of states surrounding us, Georgia and South Carolina, grew about the same, 10.6%, which is about twice as well as Alabama grew. Tennessee was a little bit lower than us, about 9%. North Carolina was 9.5%, again, still a little bit lower. Florida, however, was 15%. Florida is one of the best states in the nation for growth over the last 10 years. Of the best states in the nation that grew, most of them are out west. Texas, North Dakota, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Washington all grew over 15%, and so did Florida. Some other states, notable states, were Oregon and Arizona. They also grew about 10%, about the same amount as we did. Most other states, especially in the north, of course, shrank a bit. County-wise, Morgan County, where I live, grew about 12%. Newton County grew about 12%. Rockdale was about 7%. Putnam and Jasper were about 4%. Walton was about 15% to your north. Greene County, across the lake, is about 18%. Oconee County was a big 27% increase there by Athens, Georgia. Also, very, very proud that, the Port of Savannah, the fourth largest port in America. You've seen a lot about the supply chain going to Savannah now instead of going to LA because of supply chain problems. Of course, Atlanta is still the busiest airport in the world. It's hard to believe we bring in $82 billion every single year because of the Atlanta airport. And believe it or not, Georgia is the fifth best in solar. In Covington, we're making more movies in Hollywood in Georgia. In Covington, of course, we have Cinelise, who's doing very, very well. We have that new SK semiconductor plant that's coming in, $473 million investment, another 400 jobs. That was announced a couple of months ago, and all about. But in general, Covington is doing very, very well. Have a lot of opportunities coming to it. State budget this year, or last year, I should say, is $27.7 billion. That's about $1.3 billion more than the year before, or about a 5% increase. This is amazing. 90% of all the new money in education went to either, I'm sorry, 90% of all the new money that went into the budget either went to education or to healthcare. Education got another 5 billion, almost $5 billion from the federal government. Um, uh, and the healthcare got about another $1 billion from the federal government. The state of Georgia put a $30 million into rural broadband, which I'm very happy about. Another 40 million to rural development, mostly south of I-20, and another $200 million in transportation. Georgia is building more roads than any state in the nation right now. Some bills I think we've done over the last few years have been very, very good. The hate crime bill, the anti-human trafficking bill, the repeal citizen arrest bill, because of the Ahmaud Arbery, the horrible situation that happened there. We got that done. Maternal mortality bill, did a bill about nursing homes for better standards there. We have halved the mandated tests that our children have to take. I think that was a big plus, really. Let the teachers teach instead of worrying about all these standardized tests. The vaping bill was done. We did a bill about ethylene oxide, huge bill about adoption, Metro Transit, which doesn't really affect y'all. Texting while driving. As you know, I was very, very vocal about that back when I was a school board member with Caleb's Law. Now we have a very, very rigorous texting while driving bill, which is actually saving about 300 lives or so every single year in Georgia alone. Marcy's Law, we get that done. And of course, my passion, we've done almost 54 military laws, 54, because of the committee I chaired. And I've done about a dozen of those personally. Since I've been a state legislator, we brought in about $60 million to Newton County alone. $60 million over the last 7 years, in either federal or state dollars. Morgan County brought in about $19 million. Of course, Takeda, that's a $2 billion investment. Facebook is, like an $84 billion. I don't know what the numbers are on Cinelise, but this SK that this came in a few months ago, it's another $500 million in investment. And of course, we have another project that's coming in. Y'all need to erect a statue to Sarah Hall and David Harper for all the amazing jobs they're bringing in. Which is, the JDA. How great has that been? We initially paid $1.4 million for the initial buy. We've already paid all of that. Just got $1 million check from them amongst the 4 counties, and so now all the money that's coming from the JDA is all pure profit because we've already paid all those obligations. The best thing, of course, has happened. The Braves won the World Series this year, and the Dogs have never looked better. So I really think the Chamber of Commerce in particular and in Georgia is doing very, very well this year, and I expect good things to come. Go Dogs.